Yo, what's up? It's a Dark Horse here. So we're doing Road to obviously Diamond. We have hit Plat 1, which is obviously normally what we usually do is go for Gold 1 before we promote into Plat anyway, and we'd obviously round it up at Gold 1. We've hit the Plat 1, so that makes me happy. If I can hit Diamond, that would make me even happier. Obviously, it's been an eventful journey. I want to show you my journey, obviously a progression throughout this, obviously, since the last video. So we'll go into the replays, I'll break down my thought process in those current duels, and then we'll jump into some rank play with obviously the outstanding time we have. Hopefully still winning and progressing further, hopefully achieving Diamond. Okay. So the Mermail Abyss Spike, obviously, it's not bad. So this Labyrinth build dropped a lot of their trap cards to set up the 2 traps. Get rid of Compulsory to play Big Welcome Labyrinth. I pulled Ash Blossom in this draw phase, so I knew that I could cover the grounds with obviously one of the traps. I went for Abyss Spike to target the Ash Blossom, negated Abyss Spike, activating Big Welcome Labyrinth as one as the other. This is fine because obviously we had the effect of Marksman, but we couldn't target a face down card, so I was limited to my resources to what I was able to do. We negated one of the cards through Ash Blossom, super polyed, went into Starving Venom. I believe they surrendered, which they did, so it wrapped it up quite quickly. If they dispose of their trap cards very quickly, it's a plus, and it's a win in our case. This duel, on the other hand, I can't remember what deck they were running. Oh, okay. This was a lockout deck, so everything I tried to play off, it was very impressive, especially with being runic, but I don't know how people genuinely have fun with this build. You know, they were running Majesty's Fiend, so you cannot activate monster effects. They had Vanity's Fiend, which prevents special summons. Plus, they were just milling you with, obviously, all the runic spell cards anyway. So, it's an impressive build. It's just, unfortunately, I wasn't able to counter it, you know. And because my deck was being milled, I lost all my monsters, which would help me benefit by destroying face-up spell and traps or field spells and things through Atlantean infantry. So we obviously had Atlantean heavy infantry in hand to evenly match. So it was a tough one because obviously 1-for-1 was activated. I can't do damage until the end of my turn. So even entering the battle phase did nothing for me, which is smart. I had no cards to really go off of, so we obviously had a look at their hand, revealed it, dropped out one of the spell cards, avoiding the max C from play. So even if they were to summon, we had evenly matched to go off of. Obviously, I didn't know it was runics at this point, but yeah, so they special summoned into the runic wing. So they've got the field spell. Can we just take into account this combo was absolutely insane? They used the spell card, yeah, to special summon a monster from the extra deck, tributed it for Majesty's Fiend or Vanity's Fiend, which I think is insane, especially the fact neither player can activate monster effects, which means if you're going second, you can't do shit. You know, you might be able to, obviously, if you're running a fusion type build, you'd probably go branded fusion and obviously go into like searing or even just mirror jade straight off the bat. You know, as long as you could bring out a high level monster, it's pretty solid. So they were able to drop another card from the top of my deck, plus activate the field spell, obviously shuffling 2 to pick up 2. The battle phase skipped, but they don't need the battle phase because they're meant to mill your deck. I couldn't activate any monsters effect. They also had the spell card to destroy a face down, well, destroy a spell and trap, which shot me in the foot. Got rid of my max C, but they're not going to special summon anyway because obviously the monster effects are negated. But yeah, they would obviously applied the protection as well, then constantly shuffled and then dropped due to this card constantly being in effect. The only thing I could really do is flip it, normal summon Diva, go into Megalo and attack and destroy, and then end ourselves, evenly matched to get rid of one of them, because it benefited me from the dropping the card from the top of my deck and not. The obviously Runic Fountain was still in play. I was trying to work out how I could have got rid of it, but I needed an Atlantean infantry, and considering that obviously a lot of my cards were banished, I was limited. You know? And unfortunately the top card of my deck had to be heavy infantry. So I went evenly matched again to clear out the monster. The runic field spell was still in play. I was able to still activate monster effects. I had no more infantries left to be able to destroy the field spell. If I had more infantries, we would have been fine. So obviously with the prince going into effect, Dragoons was allowing me to obviously add a card from deck to hand. The spell card shuffles 2 back. And then I went into Anemone. Anemone allowed me to special summon infantry, normal summon prince, and then I just ended my turn. This card is insane. Obviously, everyone is familiar with Ultimate Slayer, but the combo this person played off, obviously their experience with this runic build deck. Ultimate Slayer allowed them to send Tri-Brigade Arms Bucephalus 2. Basically, if this card is sent to the grave, you can send one Beast Warrior or Winged Beast monster from your extra deck to the graveyard. So he sent Garura, I think it's called. So Garura went to the grave, allowed him to pick up another card, picked up Pot of Desires, banished 10. Swords of Revealing Light, it's very old school, but very beneficial in a sense. And then he was able to add 2 more spells, well, back to the deck to pick up 2. They also went with the field spell, card destruction dropping, adding cards again, but now went into Vanity's Fiend this time, which prevented my special summons, which means I was limited to what I could do. If I summoned Diva, Diva can't activate. If I wanted special summon from the extra deck, I couldn't. I was locked out of every single possible play here, and it was very difficult to try and work out what I could do, especially with Swords Revealing Light. So even if I brought out a strong enough monster, his runic spells, or her runic spells, would still dominate over me. I obviously was lucky enough to pull Infinite and Permanence, but I think it was a little too late considering I had 1 card left in my deck. You know, and then I picked that card up now, and then ended my turn, and all he had to do was end his turn and call it a day. If I had a possible Super Poly play or still a monster on the field, I probably could have made something work. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. It's a little difficult. There's no denying it, you know. And obviously, I ran out of cards in my deck. But it's an impressive deck. If you are curious to his deck profile, obviously that's it again. It works very well. The combinations of how they run things, obviously with bringing out the runics to bring out Vanity and Majesties. It actually, I don't know how well it fares against other types of deck builds, but I can't fault it. So taking that into account, we are now leading into obviously the next duel against, oh no, this I don't know how this played out, but genuinely I could not have bricked harder. Right, whoever shuffles the decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, I've uploaded a short of this anyway, so obviously you've probably seen that before you see this, but this has obviously got commentary to it. This was absolutely outrageous. I picked a 3rd Super Poly. There is no way a deck can be shuffled to pull this bad of a combo, like a combo of cards. I brought out my Dragon, attack directly for 19. This field spell, Trap Trip Garden, is a bit of a headache, because now you can special summon from the graveyard or hand. So, you can banish 1 monster you control, and then special summon 1 Trap Trip monster from your hand or graveyard. So he went hard. Lucky enough, I had another Super Poly. I went off with the Fusion Drop Infantry, went in, got Garura, sorry. They ended their turn. I went draw phase, got evenly matched, which was good. I wanted to kind of like deplete as many cards on my field as possible, just in case I was able to, get evenly matched off. Also taking into account, you probably asked why he activated the Treacherous Trap Hole. The reason he did it, because if I had destroyed Trap Tricks Hilluetia, this trap card would have been useless. That's why he went for it. So my monster's effect got negated due to the Ash Blossom. I have Super Poly in hand still. But this is where we were at. Activates the effect by banishing Special Summon Sera. I think they activated... No, they didn't activate the field spell at this point. Okay. So Mud Dragon, Deep Sea Diva, Infinite Impermanence. Basically shut me out of my Deep Sea Diva play. Sera special summoned. Attacked. Prevented it from destruction due to the field spell. I decided to go with Verte. Activate Verte, target monster, Super Poly, because I can't drop through Verte. So I was limited to my options. Starving Venom came out. Infinite Impermanence again negated me. This was a crazy play. So basically he used a field spell to get rid of Sera, to special summon this Trap Tricks monster, Pudica, to banish my monster, back into Sera. But this is where my play come in great. The evenly matched shut down Sera. So Sera obviously went to the got banished. My monster came back. I attacked directly for 2800, leaving him on 300. The Call by the Grave was face down, just in case that other card, Pudica, came back out. Played it face down, proceeded to the battle phase, and basically done well. This is where we're going to get into meta territory now. The next couple of duels were absolutely insane. I don't know how I achieved a win. I don't know how I achieved a victory, if I'm being honest. But yeah. This deck was Telements. Impressive. Kelbeck, Druris, obviously, Druris Worm. We also have Magamut as well. 3 Infinite Impermanence. Crime, Sulek. If I did not play this play correctly, it would have cost me the duel. So, I hope you guys enjoy. We will continue. It's mental. It really is. It's absolutely crazy. You know, consider subscribing to the channel if you're enjoying this type of content. Obviously, consider becoming a member. You get to duel me and obviously other perks as well. But here we go. So I went second. So Telements Scream came out with Reinhardt. Reinhardt's effect activates sent to the graveyard, and then with Polly, and then activates Sheeran, and then fusioned into Kit Kalos. You're probably already familiar with the play of obviously fusions and obviously Telements. So this was my only option. I had to go battle phase into evenly matched. They banished 3 of their spell and traps. I say 3, but yeah, they got rid of their spell and traps. I then proceeded to normal summon infantry, normal summon prince, activate effective dragoons, add the back deep sea minstrel. I then went into Verte. The reason why I did this, yeah, was because if Kit Kalos goes to the graveyard, it basically mills 5 from the deck. But because I had Ash Blossom in hand, I could counter the Kit Kalos playoff. So there was no worry about a fusion coming into play. So I went Drakus Tapelia. So obviously we can negate when on the field. The Ash Blossom applied. Kit Kalos got negated. Oof. They went with obviously the Telements Heartbeat and then surrendered. They had no play to go off of. They didn't. So it was basically I was set up in stone. This last duel made me nervous. This was my promotion duel. I was dealing against Branded, and I'll let the video explain itself, really. It's only a 1-turn duel, so yeah. So this is how we played it. I'm confused to why they played a certain play in regards to this. So they activated their, obviously, fusion, what's it called? Fusion deployment. Special summon, Aluba, added Branded Fusion, activated Branded Fusion, drop Albaz, and then went into Striking Dragon. Right, my question here is why they went Striking Dragon. I don't really understand why they did that. You know, considering... I can't even check the graveyard. Yeah, but like, they sent Tri-Brigade Mercuria, and Albaz to bring out Rinbrum. It wouldn't have made a difference because Super Poly would have still benefited me here anyway. If they set any spell or traps, we had Happy Feather Duster. We were pretty much covered. Then Deep Sea Diva could have special summoned Prince. And then I could have obviously went off with Prince, dropped a card, added a card. I probably would have dropped Dragoons if that was the play. But yeah, that allowed us to enter promotion. Now, this is where we get to where we're at now. We are 3 wins in. 4 wins remaining for Diamond. I'm happy that I've hit Plat 1. I believe my challenge has kind of been fulfilled. But if I can push forward and hit Diamond, then, like I said at the beginning, I would be so much more happier. It's difficult. I've learned, obviously, these new decks. Things. I don't know if I'd be able to ever do this again with another deck. I don't. I think Atlanteans has done extremely well. It's provided me the stuff I needed, especially with infantry, destroying a face-up card on the field, being able to special summon. It's impressive. This is why it's so hard to decide on the next deck we're building. But here we go. Okay, this is not bad because I have Super Poly if I need to play it off. I have Deep Sea Diva with special summon Prince. Prince's effect activate drop infantry. We have evenly matched if they decide to go Labyrinth. Okay. Exosister. Yikes. This is not something I anticipated. Okay. This is the first time I'm playing up against Exosister in my journey of this series. I know how it runs. They XZ and then they play off their effect. They XZ again, going into a double negation, is it? So Mikalis comes out. And then you add an Exosister spell or trap from your deck to your hand. If they go with 2 monsters on the field, I might be able to Super Poly. But I would have to. The only problem is that Returnia is absolute a brain killer. You can immediately exit someone when Exorcism wants to use new control. If you XE summon this turn, banish one card your opponent controls. This is where it becomes a little difficult. So, what I'm thinking is I'm going to go... Don't know if they have any negation, though. Pay 100, 800 during main phase. New player can Exorcist. I don't think they have any negation here. So, I'm going to go battle phase. I'm going to go main phase 2. Activate evenly matched. Basically, shutting down. They're either going to be forced to XE summon or they're going to bail out. Okay. Pay 100 to target one extra monster special summon. Okay. Fair play. My play... I can bank on Super Poly. Super Poly might be the card I need to go for, but the thing is, I can't afford to have myself be banished. So G-Brine comes out, evenly matched still applies. You get rid of those two. Okay, if this card you control that was XE summoned this turn by using its history, you can target one effect monster and negate its effects until the end of the turn. So, I would have to use this Abystius as bait. So Abystius can drop Dragoons. I'm then going to special summon. You got Max C. Okay. That does annoy me. Because now you're going to pick up one extra card. Dragoons is going to go into effect. Abystius is going to go into effect. You can negate with your XE monster. Effect Veiler. That's good that that's being used now. The more cards I mill from him, the better it is for me. So, Abystius will now be negated. The effect Engrave can still allow me to add a card. I want to special summon, but I also don't. Okay. Cannot be sure by the activated effects special from the graveyard. Okay, I go Infantry. This is the play we're going for. I activate Deep Sea Minstrel. I drop Infantry. Evenly matched an Exosister. Ooh, impressive. Banish. Activate Infantry. Destroy. He only has evenly match, and also you can special summon Exosister from your hand. He can't even apply the effect. So we should be fine. I'm going to end my turn there. If I have to drop Diva, then so be it. My monster's effect now allows you to add your Exosister Stella back. I should be able to Super Poly off of their monsters. Hopefully. Possibly lead into a Mud Dragon if this works. So with that being in play, Change of Heart. Okay, I didn't expect to see that. Oh my god, that's terrifying. You top deck Change of Heart. Then you link off my monster into Charmer. 1850. That is annoying. We know you have evenly matched, so I've got to be... this is bad. Shouldn't have played Super Poly. Alright, I'm going to normal summon. Activate effect. I can still destroy it though. But this is where it kind of falls short for me. Because if I go with Atlantean Prince. Activate Atlantean Prince. I'm going to drop Infantry. Infantry will allow me to destroy. Let's go with you. Allow me to destroy. No, not yet, not yet, not yet. No. We know the evenly match is going to go into play, so we've got to be very cautious to how we play this. I don't have a level 7 in hand. I could, in theory, go with Anemone, but it means I would have to get rid of Super Poly. I think I attack for 1,000. Probably should have just ended my turn, actually. But, if I end my turn here, he goes evenly match. There we go. I can now chain Super Poly, which will discard you. Resolve. This will allow me to special summon into Garura and play into defense mode. Evenly match will banish Super Poly. We've baited out the evenly match. We're good. I'm trying to think of what cards he had in hand. He's already used his monster. I'm hoping he has nothing. Okay, Exo Sister. That's so infuriating now. Well played. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to counter this now. Because Michaelis comes back out. Michaelis or whatever it's called. Damn, that's annoying. Shit. I'm limited. I'm trying to think, what can I go with? Maybe, yeah, me doing that 1,000 damage was probably one of the biggest mistakes I could have made. I should have waited for the evenly match. I knew it was in hand. I could have stalled it out for a bit. Then I could have super polyed the 2 Exosister monsters. Either went into Mud Dragon, yeah. So one thing I've come to learn is I'm going to save super poly for their own cards. Even if I got rid of both of my monsters, they were no use to me anyway. So it wouldn't have made any sort of difference. But you know what? It's got game here, ladies and gentlemen. That's the best I think we can do in the situation we're in. It's fine. It's fine. The next episode, I think, I'm not sure, I think this drops on the 29th, if I'm correct. So what I'm going to be doing and focusing on is I'm going to try and get to Diamond. All the duels I do may just be some big montage of how many duels it ever even takes. You know, to hit Diamond. I'm happy we're at Plat 1, but there's something driving me to hit Diamond and be legit with this challenge. You know. So, Asafiel. It gives me enough time. It's the 23rd of July. So, you know, this is how much I've recorded so far in advance. This is good. But, yeah. Not the deck I wanted to be taking, or playing up against, but unfortunately, when you hit these higher ranks, this is something you come to expect to happen. I think we can squeeze in one more duel into this episode. Yeah. So we are back to our original state of being with no win streaks. Right. I've run 3 super polys. I've run 3 evenly matched. I've done whether to add Asher to 3. But this is the deck build we've kind of finalized to get where we're at now. Okay. Let's do this. Here we go. You're either going to promote or you're going to not. You know what I mean? There's no way around it. I'm quite happy that we've hit Plat 1, if I'm being honest. Especially with this build, especially in the current meta, you know. And, you know, if you think I've done well or what I can do to improve the deck, let me know in the comments below. And I'll add it for future reference when we duel against members and things like that. Okay. This is pretty much similar to my last hand. Oh, no. Please don't be Telements. It's going to be Telements, isn't it? It definitely is. She sends Scream. Sulik. It's a shame I don't have an Ash. It's fine, because even if they set up, I can just evenly match the field. I think that's probably our play. I wouldn't mind pulling... Right. Maxi. If I can pull the card that allows me to... You Annoying. I suppose it's better now than later. Bro, you pulled Foolish Burial and Foolish Burial Goods in your starting hand along with Ash. Wow. Okay. Man, this is what I mean, man. Look how badly shuffled this is, man. Maxi was my second next draw. Okay, with this in play. Oh, he didn't drop one. Okay, that's actually good. Okay, this is how we're going to play it. There's a big play here. Right, battle phase. Main phase 2. Evenly matched. The only downfall is if he has Crime. Is it Crime, the one that can negate spell or traps? Oh, let's go. I hate it. I love to play it. Where we at? Right, we'll wrap it up there. I really want to play one more. Should we play one more? Fuck it, let's play one more. I'm hooked. You guys, I haven't been this hooked into Master Duel in ages. This series I've been recording has... It's not too much Yu-Gi-Oh, but also it's enough Yu-Gi-Oh to give you guys enough content. This is the thing I love. I think that's why I was so lost in the content I was making, because I wasn't uploading anything. Everything was live streams, you know, and yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay, what are we playing against? That's the real question. I'm expecting a pot of extravagance. Oh, actually, I got a feeling they might be running Labyrinth. Okay. The Ash. If I could get an Ash Blossom in my next draw phase, it would be Heaven Sent. But yeah. The thing about Labyrinth, they require to use all their resources and all their cards very early. So evenly matched might even just set me up for that W alone. Abyss Megalo would obviously allow me to trigger off as well. I can add the spell, negate, and spell cards. Yeah, this is fine. This is actually remarkably beautiful right now. We don't even need Ash to negate. Oh, this is perfect. Oh my god, this is perfect. Right, battle phase. Main phase 2. Evenly match. Activate. It's actually perfect. Lovely Labyrinth comes out. Still got a banish, mate. Oh, this is annoying. Please, for the love of God, be Dragoons. Be Dragoons. Dragoons or Marksman, please. Dragoons or Marksman. I don't want to see. Okay, I can take Prince. Okay. I'm going to go Abyss Megalo. Drop Infantry. Drop Dragoons. Abyss Megalo. Activate Infantry. Dragoons. Abyss Megalo gives me the spell card I need. Resolve. Give me the Abyss. Dragoons. I haven't summoned yet, so now I could go Diva. Activate spell card. Normal summon Diva. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, honestly, I am hooked into this game. I am hooked into this game right now. But I need to take a step back. We'll continue this in the next episode, ladies and gentlemen. I will provide you the diamond duels that we end up going up against. I'm hoping we should be able to sustain a victory in future. Evenly matches heaven sent. Infantry is just top tier. Ladies and gentlemen, we're 2 wins away from Diamond. See you guys in the next episode where we will be at Diamond and they may be just replays of my experience and journey. Take care. Peace.